What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and we got another great fight night coming up this Saturday. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the main card and giving quick breakdowns and predictions for each fight, starting with Austin Lane versus Mario Pinto. And I'm going to be picking Mario Pinto to get this done by a first round stoppage. I think that Austin Lane, he's huge for the heavyweight division. He's like 6'8". 6'6" maybe. And he's got like an 80-inch reach, but it feels like he just doesn't quite know how to use his reach to his full potential. And Mario Pinto is a fairly well-rounded fighter. He is pretty sound everywhere. He does good. He's got good power in his hands too. He's been, in longer fights outside of the UFC. And I just think that he's a better fighter than Austin Lane. And I don't think Austin Lane is that durable either to take some of these power shots that are going to be coming his way. So I think that this fight is going to end by a first round KO. And to be honest, this might be the last time we see Austin Lane in the UFC. I think he might get cut after this fight. And then we got William Gomez versus Haider Hamil. And this fight is actually going to be very interesting. I think that William Gomez is going to win. But every time Haider Hamil fights, he fights like there's like $1 million on the line or something. Like he fights like his family's life is on the line. He just comes out there and he makes everyone have a dogfight with him. And the key to beating him is you just cannot stand in front of him and trade. You gotta circle out, like poke him, get away, get your distance, break his momentum with the clinch and with your grappling. And if you don't do that, you're just gonna get melted by his pressure. This guy is very aggressive. But William Gomez was against a very aggressive fighter in his last fight. He is getting better each time out. He is going to have to be on his bike in this one for sure. But we have seen Haider Hamil get like rocked before whenever he was, pressuring his opponent. Because when you're that aggressive, you're going to leave openings. And I think that William Gomez can find some openings to hurt him. Maybe not drop him, but enough to have Hamil respect Gomez. And I think that Gomez can get a decision here. And also his grappling is improving. So why not go for some takedowns and mix in some grappling just to make sure you don't get, overwhelmed with that pressure. Then we got Nasrat Haqparast versus Esteban Ribovics. And this is going to be a good one. But I think Esteban Ribovics is going to win. I think he can get a decision here. I think he's very good. He's improving. He arguably had like the fight of the year last year, and he's staying active too. Whereas Nasrat Haqparast, he is good, but I don't know if he's improving at the same rate as Esteban Ribovics. I think that Ribovics is gonna have the hand speed advantage, the diversity advantage with the kicks. He does have a nasty head kick against southpaws. We saw that against Terrence McKinney. He uses it really well in combinations, and I think that he's just going to out-hustle Nasrat in this one and get a decision. Then we've got Cody Brundage versus Julian Marquez. I'm going with Cody Brundage by first-round KO. Julian Marquez hasn't won a fight in nearly 4 years. I think it was like in 2021. And he's been getting knocked out real bad. And I think that Cody Brundage is a far better striker. He's got good wrestling. We saw against Bo Nickal, he was doing fairly well. And Julian Marquez has got fairly good grappling, but I think Cody Brundage can hold his own, and I think he's going to be able to put him out on the feet in the first or second round. And I think that Julian Marquez is going to get cut from the UFC. It's going to be tough for him, but maybe PFL/Bellator can hire him. Who knows? But I got Cody Brundage by first round KO. And then we got Manel Kape versus Almabayev. And in this one, I'm going to go with Manel Kape by a third-round finish. I think it's going to be a TKO. I think that Manel Kape is a far better striker. He's had a full training camp. He was preparing for Brendan Royval, who maybe like 2 weeks or a week and a half ago, he pulled out of this fight versus Manel Kape. And now Asu is like stepping in on short notice. And he's never been, in a 5-round fight. This is a pretty big step in competition. So respect to him for taking that chance and betting on himself. But I don't think he's going to get it done. I don't see him being able to beat Manel Kape for 5 rounds. And he's got like a very low finish rate. I think he's only got 1 finish in the UFC. But in general, he doesn't really have that many finishes in his career. So I think that Manel Kape is going to be able to figure him out within the first 2 rounds. You know, in round 1, he might take his time a little bit, but then towards the end, he's going to start putting the pressure a little bit. In round 2, it's going to get real bad with maybe a knockdown here and there. And then in round 3, I think that Manel Kape is going to finish it. I think that after this fight, you don't need to rebook Brandon Royval versus Manel Kape, because if Brandon Royval wins, then he's going to get another title shot. And to be honest, I don't want to see him versus Pantoja again. I would much rather see Pantoja take on new deserving contenders, not, number 10 ranked Steve Urzak, who shouldn't have been in there with him, or Kai Sakura making his debut and getting a title shot. We don't want to see that. We want to see Pantoja versus the best flyweights. And coming up now, we got, Kai France, who should be fighting Pantoja hopefully in June. And then Manel Kape, he gets this fight done and he wins. He should fight the winner of the flyweight title, Pantoja versus Kai France. If it's Pantoja, great, it's a rematch. If it's Kai France, they might give Pantoja a rematch, who knows? Or they might skip him over and just give it to Manel Kape. And in that case, you've already got a storyline. It's like they got some bad blood. They got some beef. It's going to be interesting. But hopefully Manel Kape gets a title shot after this. But thank you guys for watching. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one.